Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking those incredibly dense, totally essential student union handbooks and completely transforming them into your ultimate, actionable guide for running a thriving student society. Whether you're a seasoned president who's looking to level up, or you literally just had a spark of an idea for a new club today, we are breaking down exactly what you need to know to create an unforgettable campus experience. So, let's kick things off with a pretty massive question to frame our entire journey today. What kind of community do you actually want to build on campus? Because, starting a student society isn't just about filling out a bunch of paperwork. It's really about shaping the university experience for yourself and for everyone around you. It's about bringing people together around a shared passion and leaving a tangible, lasting impact. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover safety and well-being, starting up, your committee, members and money, external speakers, and finally, elections and legacy. We're going chronologically from the absolute foundation of safety all the way to passing the torch at the end of the year. All right, Section 1, safety and well-being first. Before we can build an amazing community, we've got to make sure our foundation is completely secure. First up, let's talk about safeguarding. Basically, this means preventing and protecting anyone under 18, as well as adults at risk, from abuse or neglect. Now, safeguarding is absolutely not just bureaucratic jargon to check off a list. It is our collective, non-negotiable responsibility. As a society leader, educating yourself to recognize these dangers is step number 1 in protecting the vulnerable individuals within your community. And to maintain that secure foundation, you're going to rely heavily on the UWS Safe Space Principles. These mandate absolutely zero discrimination or harassment in any society activity. But honestly, it goes way beyond just what not to do. You have to actively champion respectful communication, maintain strict confidentiality, and always obtain consent before sharing anyone's personal experiences. These are literally your everyday tools to make sure your events promote mental well-being, celebrate diversity, and encourage constructive dialogue. Moving right along to Section 2, starting your student society. Now that our safe space is established, let's dive into the actual steps of breathing life into your brand new society idea. You might think starting a formal, official university group is this huge, complex nightmare, but it actually boils down to a wonderfully straightforward 5-step process. First, just have an idea. Second, find exactly 2 other students to meet the minimum threshold. Third, submit your application. Fourth, attend a brief union training session. And boom, just like that, you are good to go. And by completing those steps and submitting your annual action plan, your society unlocks official affiliation. This basically hands you the keys to a massive treasure chest of resources. We're talking an official webpage, your own union bank account, direct access to funding, and the ability to easily book rooms for your events. It's this incredible, ready-made toolkit designed specifically to help you scale your community from day 1. Okay, Section 3 brings us to building your committee. So, here's the thing. You absolutely cannot do this alone. You need a minimum of 3 named committee members to share the load. It is so vital to clearly divide responsibilities right out of the gate, so wires don't get crossed. Think of it like this. Your president is the visionary captain who leads and sets the overarching goals, while the secretary is the true organizational engine room, handling the essential admin, taking meeting minutes, and running all that day-to-day member communication. To round out your core squad, you need 2 more crucial pillars. First, you've got to balance the books with your treasurer, who strictly manages your expenses and tracks those membership fees. Meanwhile, your equality and diversity officer is there to ensure nobody is ever left behind. They're the ones actively upholding those safe space policies we talked about earlier, making sure every single event is accessible and welcoming to everyone. Now for Section 4, managing members and money. Let's move to the operational side of things and look at your daily digital workspace. Once you're officially set up, your society is going to be listed right here in the official online directory. You can think of this as your primary storefront. It's the exact spot where curious new students are going to discover you, see what you're all about, and actually add a membership directly to their digital basket. But behind that storefront is your backstage access. This admin tools interface is your centralized dashboard to securely manage your members and send mass emails. And guys, here is the absolute golden rule. You must use this specific tool to communicate so you stay compliant with strict GDPR privacy laws. Keeping private membership lists or emails on your personal laptop or your phone is a massive compliance risk. Now, let's talk cash. you absolutely have the option to charge a membership fee. But if you do, the union dictates it has to fall strictly within a specific bracket, anywhere between 0 and £10. And remember, with money comes accountability. You are required to publicly justify on your webpage exactly what those funds are being used for. It's all about ensuring total financial transparency with your members. And speaking of membership dynamics, while outside friends, academic staff, or alumni can definitely join up as associate members, there are some pretty strict guardrails in place. They cannot hold committee roles, and they absolutely cannot exceed 25% of your total membership. Why? Well, this guarantees that your society remains purely student-led and totally focused on the current campus experience.
All right, Section 5, hosting external speakers. As your society grows, you're probably going to want to invite outside experts to campus, which brings us to an incredibly important regulatory process.
Here is a hard and fast rule. You must submit an external speaker request form at least 2 full weeks in advance. This is not a rough guideline. This time frame is strictly required so the union has adequate time to properly and safely screen your guest before they ever set foot on campus. Why the 2 weeks? Well, during that screening process, the union is looking for strict adherence to policy. External speakers must not incite hatred or violence, encourage terrorism, spread intolerance, or deliberately insult other faiths. This is vital to understand. Failing to disclose a controversial speaker who violates these obligations will result in the immediate cancellation of your event and could lead to serious disciplinary action against your society.
And finally, Section 6, elections and your legacy. Let's look toward the very end of the academic year, where your focus naturally has to shift from running the society to making sure it actually survives after you graduate.
Every April, you've got a strict chronological countdown to host your annual general meeting, or AGM. 14 days out, you announce the AGM and open committee nominations. At the 7-day mark, you send the agenda out to members and open up the voting. And finally, on AGM day, you hold the meeting, count the votes, and announce your election results to the whole group. Because this meeting isn't just a box-ticking exercise, it's a vital celebration of literally everything you've achieved over the year. It's a chance for your members to shape future aims. And most importantly, it's the exact moment you officially hand over the keys to the kingdom by electing the brand new committee for the upcoming year. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final big question. What legacy will you leave for the next generation of students? I really challenge you to use these rules, timelines, and structures not as red tape, but as the brilliant blueprint you need to build a vibrant community that outlasts your time at university. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and good luck building your society.